Hi, how are you? My name's Kevin Engstrom, and the point of this video is to see if your school and I might be good fits for the upcoming 2013-2014 school year and beyond. My name is Kevin Engstrom, and I currently teach 8th grade science in Cortez, Colorado, which is a small town in southwestern Colorado. And I want to just explain some of my previous background and a little bit about myself. I began my teaching career in teaching ESL in Japan, so I have experience teaching overseas and experience with bilingualism and being in a completely foreign culture. And that really excited my interest in being a teacher and encouraged me to pursue education as a career. I did my student teaching in a small charter school that utilized a lot of experiential education, a lot of trips and travel as part of their teaching methodology, and that has stuck with me through the years as well. I also, my first full teaching position was in Denver in a very urban situation at PS1 Charter School, which is also utilize a lot of field-based education, especially in science. We used Cherry Creek a lot and really got out to a lot of local places to emphasize the learning that was being done in the classroom as well. From PS1, I have spent the last 2 years in Cortez, at Cortez Middle School, down in southwest Colorado, and that has been a great experience to move from high school to middle school, which I'm really enjoying, the younger students, and it has been a great opportunity for me to focus on some other aspects of my craft, including with middle school students. I think being organized is exceptionally important, and at Cortez Middle School we are using a lot of data and looking at data, and that has been a really big growth experience for me over the last couple of years of really utilizing a lot of not only TCAP scores, which are the state assessment, but also MAP scores and also formative assessments from my own classroom that I'm creating. So I definitely want to continue on with that use of data in the future. Beyond really formative teaching experiences, I have had quite a few formative learning experiences that a lot are outlined on my resume, but two in particular are the research and writing involved with my master's in education. Was on differentiated instruction of not only best practices associated with differentiated instruction, but also teachers' perceptions of, and particularly science teachers' perceptions of differentiation and what it is and why it works or doesn't work in their classroom. And that was a really formative learning experience for me to really pick the brains of some experienced teachers and find out what was working and not working for them regarding differentiated instruction. And my second year as a teacher, I also did an alternative licensure program for special ed license. So I'm secondary science, secondary social studies, special ed, and also elementary certified. And my action research project for my special ed licensure was around happiness in schools, and both from the students and teachers and administrators' perspective of what makes us students happy at school and or teachers happy at school, and what can we do to encourage some of those practices. So I think both of those for me have been really formative learning experiences. As far as my philosophy of pedagogy and teaching, I think that I really strive to have a balance between more traditional skills and also more progressive teaching techniques. So I really want students leaving my 8th grade science classroom, going to high school with very strong literacy skills and really being able to pick apart a reading, and also very strong skills with notes and using data and graphing and scientific method and some of those more maybe considered traditional science, middle school science skills. And I like to use some more progressive techniques such as project-based learning and field-based learning, and really getting students to those higher level application steps where they're able to, whether in the classroom or out of the classroom, they're able to apply some of those skills and also see some of the real world relevance of what we're studying in the classroom. So that hopefully gives a little indication, and I could talk for hours about teaching philosophy and curriculum and whatnot, but hopefully that gives a indication of a little bit of where I'm coming from. My professional goals in the near future, my major goal is to continue on with the being able to appropriately use data and student data in my classroom. And this next year I'm going to be really focusing on formative assessments and being able to use data of my own creation and really use that to kind of circle back and change or tweak curriculum or lessons or planning that's going on in my own classroom. And definitely my major personal goal right now is to improve my Spanish. And right now my set goal of finishing out this current school year and then teaching in Latin America is to be able to come back to the States at some point in the future and to be able to facilitate a parent conference meeting or an IEP meeting with Spanish-speaking parents without the need of a translator. So that's my kind of intermediate term goal right now. As I mentioned earlier, I'm licensed in elementary education, secondary science, secondary social studies, and special ed, and I'm looking and interested in positions in all four of those categories. I currently have the most experience in secondary science and secondary social studies. And my living situation that I would be looking for would be, I'm incredibly adaptable and flexible. I've lived in big houses and small apartments. I've lived in big cities and small towns. I would be looking for something with possibly a 2-bedroom apartment. And just, I think that I would be really flexible with the living situation. I'm just really looking for a high-functioning school that has a very set mission that is really thriving and doing it. So that's a little bit about me, and as I said at the beginning, I hope that this gives an indication of where I'm coming from a little bit, and I would love to talk to you further and see if this could be a good fit for me to teach at your school. So thank you for your time. Okay.